Hi, I'm Bill Pollock of Missouri Net. Thanks for joining me. Trade deadline today coming up at 3 o'clock Central Time. And I know that there were some Cardinal fans that were a little disappointed. They were hoping for the sexy name, the big name pitcher, David Price, John Lester. It didn't happen yesterday. Instead, the Cardinals made a trade with the Indians, picking up Masterson, Justin Masterson, who's just about ready to come off the disabled list. So there's some question marks. There's some people saying, boy, this is the best we could do. And, really, I think for what the market and what the Cardinals were willing to do and willing to give away, yeah, absolutely, this was probably the best thing they could do. Here's some highlights of Masterson from 2013. He was an all-star, by the way, last year, winning 10 games before the all-star break. He finished with 14. This season, just 4-6. He had some right knee issues that landed him on the DL. He's had a couple of rehab starts, and he's done all right. The big question is, is he healthy enough? And obviously, John Mozeliak wouldn't make this trade if he didn't think that Masterson was ready to go.
There is none, and clearly you don't make this deal if you feel there is. Our expectations are for him to take the ball every fifth day moving forward and be a key member of our rotation. I also think, when you look at having a little velocity drop, that's not uncommon as people get older. And, from what our take, we really believe that he still has that sink. I think he should benefit from our defense, and I expect him to be someone that's going to help us in the long run.
As you watch these highlights, you'll see that Masterson, that sinker, dropping about 92. If it is a couple of miles slower, if it's 89, 88, movement is the key. And if he can throw that pitch for strikes, he can have some success. And as Mozeliak said, the defense behind him will certainly help. He's a guy that's going to chew up some innings, which will be helpful for this ball club. More from Mozeliak, who appeared on Fox Sports Midwest prior to the Padres game.
Ever since we lost Walker, we haven't had guys going very deep into games, with the exception of Wainwright and Lynn. So we're getting someone that's been proven, someone that's eaten important innings in the past. I also think having him have a little bit of a change of scenery will give him a bounce as well, and I know he's excited to join us.
All right, so the big question is, all right, we picked up another pitcher. That's great. Cardinal fans are saying, well, what about hitting, though? We need hitting, and absolutely you need hitting. But here's the problem, though. The market, there's just nothing out there.
When you look at it from an offensive standpoint, we're certainly exploring everything, but there's just really not a lot of options out there. So I think we need to caution expectations there.
All right, so as the Cardinals head into play this afternoon with the Padres, 2.5 games behind Milwaukee, Masterson will make the start against the Brewers coming up on Saturday. So he comes off the disabled list, and he'll be ready to go on Saturday when the Cardinals take on the Brewers. The Cardinals, by the way, traded an outfielder, a prospect that really had no room, wasn't going to make it anywhere. James Ramsey was a first-round draft pick in 2012, hitting 300 at Springfield, but was just getting lost in the shuffle. So this was a trade where you can pick up a guy who the Cardinals think there will be some value, didn't have to give up somebody like Carlos Martinez, didn't have to give up somebody like Oscar Taveras. So you hold on to your top prospects, you hold on to your top young players, you've got some depth at the outfield position, you let a guy from Double-A ball go, and you've got Masterson here for half the year if he can chew up some innings and help you win some ball games and save your bullpen down the stretch. I still think the Central is wide open, and the Cardinals have a shot at giving a run at this thing. So maybe a good pickup. I think it's for what they gave up, what they got in return. I think the value is okay, and I don't expect any other big deals here as we close in the final couple hours before the trade deadline. That does it here at MissouriNet.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.